Would you say that you have that entrepreneurial spirit?
Hell yeah, I do. Fuck
So-
yeah, man.
My little thing is not going up at all.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Notice that?
Yeah, it
Here,
is.
let me show you some pictures.
I mean, it's not. I don't know about
Does this help?
guys. We just talked about the pills in the spray. I don't understand why you think this is funny.
My little thing's not going up and down either, but I don't give a fuck.
No,
I'm sure
but
it's
my
being
the
recorded.
little wavy thing's my recording.
Both
It
of
doesn't-
yours are. I see them both.
Oh, okay. On my
That's
end,
the
it's
important thing.
barely.
Greg's is bigger than yours,
Yeah, it is.
Well, yours is the biggest of all, which is
which is standard. Yeah, I make sure that happens.
History Defeats Itself is a comedy podcast. Kevin, John, and Greg are not experts, historians, or even all that smart.
Hello and welcome to History Defeats Itself. My name is Kevin Rosenquist. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing us to take the little time off. We just took a little break for the holidays, and we're back, and we're very, very excited. When I say we, I am of course talking about my two co-hosts, two men who I hope makes their New Year's resolution to be nicer to me, John Banks and Greg Mitchell. Gentlemen, how are you?
my New Year's resolution is about legs. 2024, the year of my legs.
Meaning, like, are you gonna just start shaving them, or are you gonna work on them?
squats? Just
Oh,
I'm
you're gonna
doing
do squats.
Squats
Oh.
all the time, and definitely not going to be nicer to you because apparently doing squats raises your testosterone, and since
Makes
I
you
already have
angry.
low T.
Well, that's why
T
people
goes-
don't do leg day, because it just makes them angry.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to direct all that anger towards you.
Oh, okay. That's the opposite of what I was hoping for.
Well-
Greg, coming to us live on location from his bathroom. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and you're setting yourself up for me to be mean to you already. So
Can you, Greg? Can you tell us what is it you're seeing right now?
right now, I'm seeing a floater, and I'm actually not sitting on the toilet. This would be a weird spot for the toilet if it's
Where
right in
are
front
you
of a
sitting?
door.
Like, where do you have it?
I'm
do you have
sitting on a chair.
But I mean, but do you have a desk in there? Or
I do have a little. It's my wife's makeup mirror.
Mm.
Oh,
there's a little-
nice.
Little built-in table, and yeah. I'm
Are you
probably
looking
gonna
at
Since
go
you've
in there.
had house guests, have you checked for any top shelf action there in the old toilet?
Oh, no, I have not done
probably
that,
should.
and I
That's
probably
always good.
should do that.
I
It's a
believe
good
they call
move.
it the upper deck.
Upper deck, yeah. Mhm.
If I do find one, I will randomly select one of the two of you to send it to.
How will you randomly select?
It's Kevin.
Will you
I'm
put
sending
our
it to
names
Kevin.
into a hat, or it's going to Kevin? Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
figured
it's going to Kevin. I figured.
Wait, are you gonna? Is that a picture? Or are you actually gonna melt the turd?
I'm gonna mail the turd.
That's,
Who wants a picture of a turd? That's disgusting.
is that considered terrorism? Like
No,
Domestic terrorism.
no,
So no.
nope.
No?
It's not fucking. It's not gonna explode. Hopefully. Yeah, no. It's just a lovely little post-Christmas gift.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Well, it's good to see you guys. Happy New Year to you both.
Happy
Do
New
you
Year.
have
What's-
any New Year's resolutions, like real ones, besides leg day, or no?
I'm going to just resolve that I'm not really going to do anything in life. So it's not really a resolution. I'm just
I think
really
you're already
finally-
resolved to that.
Well, I mean, no, I've been fighting it, and
Would
I
that
think
be
this-
dissolution?
it's just I think I'm getting real in 2024.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
So you're saying that you have been lying to yourself for all these years, telling yourself that you're going to be successful?
Yeah.
Because the beard doesn't say that's what you've been thinking.
Wait, are you implying that I gave up with the beard?
That's what I figured.
Listen, guys, I know that you think this is funny, but we have a very limited audience, and half those people are bearded people. So
Do you
were
think half of them have beards that look like yours?
Yes.
And the other half are bearded clams.
That's what is that, Greg?
Yeah. Can you tell us what that is?
I think if you go take a little spin on the old Google machine, you'll find out really
Google
fast.
box. How about you,
Google
Kevin?
box.
Do you have a resolution?
No, I don't think I do have a resolution.
I didn't get to answer mine.
nobody
you
cares,
asked
Greg.
both of us. Okay, fine. I actually have an answer.
Please then enlighten us.
We're waiting.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to, it's going to sound lame, but I'm going to try and exercise 5 days a week.
You
for one-
exercise a decent amount, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of do that. And I want to keep that going. I want to keep the momentum going. Makes me feel better. Makes me like myself a little bit more.
I would like to
And,
change mine if I can. So is it too late?
No,
not at
Okay,
all.
cool. I am going to at least 5 times a week ask Greg if he's worked out that day.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be my
While eating a
resolution.
McGriddle.
Well, no, there's not a McDonald's in walking distance to me, so I no longer do that.
Well, you got to buy in advance.
Yeah, you'll save money that way if you buy in bulk.
I'd like a 10 McGriddles, please.
These are my
freeze-
calling Greg McGriddles.
Can you not cook them? Do they come frozen? They're all frozen, right? So can you just give me 4 to 5 frozen
I think
McGriddles
they
per
were,
week?
I think they were created cooked. Like, there's no way to make a McGriddle raw.
True.
I don't think anything at McDonald's. I don't think you can consume anything at McDonald's that's raw.
Okay, do you know what I want in my life? I want
Yes.
a sausage drawer like they have
Oh.
at McDonald's, right? Because they basically they get this drawer where they just like they have a whole bunch of sausages in there and it's just heated up. And so you just pull it out. And you're just like, you know what I'd like. You know what made me feel good right now? A sausage.
Okay.
You better fucking not get behind on your consumption though, because that's gonna get stinky fast.
It is going to get stinky, yeah.
Well, or I'm gonna just like after 4 weeks of having my sausage drawer, I'm gonna have a massive coronary.
So is it all breakfast sausage, or is there going to be other kinds of sausage?
No,
in
it's
this?
just breakfast. It's just the patties. They just have like a drawer full of patties.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they have a syrup drawer?
No, I think they have bottles for that.
I do
Oh.
like dipping sausages in syrup. That's delicious.
Oh man.
It's the best way to get them in you.
Kevin,
All right.
what is
All
your
right,
one?
well,
What you're gonna do?
Feels good to be back, guys. John, it's your turn.
Wait,
tonight.
no. Did you say what you were gonna do? Your New Year's?
My resolution.
Yeah.
Well, as we talked about earlier, I have left the day job, so
What?
I am. I think my New Year's resolution is to not end up homeless on the street.
Yeah. Could also recommend maybe some sort of tanning of some sort.
It's not healthy, John.
And
still
also,
that white?
just-
I guess I am.
As long as I'm alive, Sheena and Elwood will always have a place to live. Just want to make
nice
that
of you.
clear.
It's nice of you, Greg. Appreciate that.
As long as I'm alive for the next 4 weeks with my sausage drawer, that's the place to live.
Yeah, it's true. Sausage drawer is not
Yeah.
helping you at all.
John's taking
basically to
bids.
January 31st, 2024. They got a place. They're welcome here anytime.
Someone's gonna come bust down your door, trying to save you, and you're just gonna have so much just sausage embedded in your beard.
Ugh. Well, and just I think in my arteries is the problem. I don't
Yeah.
think the beard is that's
External's
what kills
not
me.
bad.
It's not osmosis, Kevin. You have to ingest. Okay. So you guys ready for the first episode of 2024?
The first episode of the rest of our lives.
That's right. So today we're going to talk about a man.
I don't know why I did that.
It's Greg's favorite person in the world.
It's Daniel Boone.
Oh my God! How did you know?
I'm a genius. That's who my favorite person is.
Yeah, I thought it was Tesla. Is it not Tesla? Because that's what I'm doing it on.
Can you switch it to Daniel Boone real quick?
Hold on 1 second. ChatGPT, tell me about Daniel Boone. Give me 30 things Daniel Boone that I could put in the podcast.
And the lyrics to that song.
Daniel Boone?
Yeah.
There's a song called Daniel Boone?
Yeah, there's Daniel Boone was a man, was a big. You don't know that song?
No.
Hold on a second. I'll find it for you guys.
I'm pretty sure he made that up.
I did not make it up.
I like how it started out with Daniel Boone was a man, a real man.
No, a big man.
So do you guys know who Nikola Tesla is?
I do, yes.
Do you know anything about him?
Yeah,
I
don't
saw
you
a
remember when I
documentary
did that?
about him.
Don't you remember when I did my episode on him?
Did you do an episode on him?
Yes.
Well, guess what?
What?
We're doing another one.
Are we doing it on him or something specific?
Well, we're doing it kind of on him. It's him. We're doing it on him.
Okay. That's another biographical one, is what you're
Did you
saying.
use my episode? Did you use my episode as like your source?
Did you really do it already?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Shut up, Kevin. We've gotten so deep into these episodes that
I know.
it's impossible to know what we've done and what we haven't.
It's
Well, it was
gonna
either-
happen. It's
It was
gonna
either
happen.
this or dogs, and I knew you'd already done dogs. So, and
I'm
God
looking
knows
for
I've
that
already done
song.
taxes. I mean,
And
sure,
roundabouts.
and roundabouts. I mean, and taxes could be another 9 episodes, but that's for a more intelligent audience and also a more intelligent presenter. So,
Touche.
not, not the podcast for us. All right, so this guy was born on July 10th, 1856 in Smiljan, which was inside the Austrian Empire, which would be modern day Croatia. Greg is really looking for that song.
I found it. It was
All right,
it was from a TV show. Hold on a second.
I mean, you said you found it, and still just waiting.
So boring.
Yes, a big man with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man.
Okay, this was a TV show? Yeah. All right.
He was fearless and as tough as a lion.
Thank God I found it. Otherwise, I would have thought that I had a brain hemorrhage. Okay,
Could still be happening.
I'm
But
ready.
don't-
We're
It could,
doing
yes,
Tesla.
that's
We're
true.
doing Tesla again. Okay.
Let's not rule that one out.
We're talking about Elon Musk.
Well, funny you should mention him because we're going to kind of get to him.
I figured we might.
Yeah.
Why? How's it related?
They both were rich. Actually, Tesla was not a very wealthy guy. He could never seem to get it off the ground, his inventions. So he studied electrical engineering.
Spoiler alert.
I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Maybe he was rich. Maybe he wasn't. Who knows? I know he wasn't.
Didn't Musk get something off the ground and go into space?
He did. He did get a little. Was
and
it
he
the
also
Roadster?
launched a Tesla into space.
No, I know it was a Roadster, right? Or was it the? It was like convertible Tesla.
It was the
Tesla?
S.
Have they been coming back yet? I thought they kept blowing up.
They do blow up every once in a while, but
Wait, the
I don't-
Tesla or the rockets?
the one that's in
rockets.
space what blew up.
No,
Oh,
the
the
one that's
SpaceX?
they launched one in space, and that thing's going to be orbiting. Is it orbiting us, or it's orbiting a, or it's in the? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm not there.
But
I don't pay attention unless it's happening.
mean,
in this bathroom.
here's the thing, though, right? You're like, hey, I could do $10 million, and I could launch a car into space, or I could feed some people. I'm going to launch this car into space. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to launch this car into space and spread anti-Semitic hate.
Hey, Kanye. You ready for a gig?
you want to hang out?
yeah. Does he though? Does he? I mean, he went to Israel.
Let's not
Does he
get there.
spread hate? He does. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert again.
Unequivocally.
Yes. On
He does.
his own platform, which he is destroying.
Really thought you guys were going to have something funny there. Just bringing the sad truth. He studied electrical
I gotta-
engineering.
I get what if my toilet reclines? I gotta get comfy
Why don't they make toilets recline?
because
You
you're not
guys still
supposed to
do the
stay in there
bidet
for an
thing?
hour.
Do you guys
I
still
have a
do the
bidet. You want to
thing?
see it?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see it. I was just
Yeah.
curious.
I can
Did I tell you
demonstrate
about
it.
Japan? Did I tell you about how awesome that was? So in Japan, they have a bidet, like in a lot of the bathrooms, they have bidets. But then but then they have they have heated seats. They have like these noises you can make so people can't hear you pooping. It's like the best, and it's like white noise. It is the
What happened to the good old fashioned cough?
Guy's
Oh,
got
God,
a
that's not
stinky
good.
cough.
And they're long too.
Bathroom noises are so funny.
yeah.
How at the airport, it's the worst.
Oh
too.
my God.
Apparently, travel gives everyone diarrhea.
The bathroom at an airport smells so atrocious no matter what time you go in there.
It's true.
I feel like they should sell like things in those bathrooms that you can bite down on when you shit, because that's how bad it is. You get up.
There's like an attendant. He's like, "Do you want some cologne? Maybe a leather belt?"
That's how I ruined my last passport.
How am I going to get back from Russia? I just chewed through my passport.
Fuck, I gotta go through fucking security.
And why did I decide to go to Russia? It's a terrible idea right now.
I got to find Edward Snowed. He can make me or Snow. And that's
Snowed.
Snowed.
I ate too much borscht. You know that fucks you up.
Ugh.
I'm sure it does.
You panic. You're like, oh, I'm dying. I'm literally dying. Oh, wait, I had borscht for 3 weeks straight.
And then I did a 15-hour flight.
Made everybody happy.
Delta.
You ever completely destroy an airport bathroom, and then on your way out, you like run into the janitor that's coming in, and you're like, "Sorry."
You just give him a 20.
You just hand him some cash.
Those guys all have the same look on their faces too. Like,
My life sucks.
I really should have learned algebra in school.
All right. He
In my
studied
country, I'm a gynecologist. Here I clean your shit.
All right.
Here I clean your
He
borscht.
studied electrical engineering at the Technical University of Graz, at the University of Prague, and the University of Prague. He moved to the United States in 1884 when he was 28 years old.
I wonder if he had a tough time getting through the airport.
Well, he just came over on a ship, so they were shitting the whole way. Everybody had dysentery, and a few people got scurvy because people still got scurvy back then.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Citrus,
Can you
baby,
imagine
citrus.
if you got scurvy? Like,
What are the symptoms of scurvy? Do you guys even know?
you get a peg leg and a patch over your eye and a parrot.
Yes, and this parrot won't leave you alone. It just sits on your shoulder.
And those fucking things live forever.
Right, you got scurvy.
Actually, I don't know what the symptoms of scurvy are. I know what causes
Kevin's
it, but
impression was spot on, man.
that's going to be his new gig. He's going to do parrot
I'm
voiceover.
going to be the parrot in every animated movie from here on out. It's a nice gig. I'm open to whatever right now. So
Yeah, that is a good one. When he was 28 years old, and he worked initially with Thomas Edison, and he diverged from Edison due to differences in views on electrical engineering. Would you like to know what the historical beef between those two were?
I do. I kind of know what it is.
Because if you don't, then this is going
It's
to be
kind of AC/DC, right?
a
Isn't it?
shorter episode. Yes, it is.
It's AC/DC, and one of them killed the fucking elephant.
Thomas Edison.
one of them
and
was a Back in Black fan. The other one more Hell's Bells. Is that what you're saying?
Highway to Hell.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what he called his trips to the bathroom.
Oh, so Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, they were a war of the currents in late 19th century. Competition between Edison direct current DC system and Tesla's alternating current AC system for electrical power distribution was the battle. Not to be confused with ongoing debate of which lead singer for AC/DC was better, Bon Scott or Brian Johnson. And everyone knows it's Bon Scott.
It's Ben Scott. Yeah. What is the difference? What is the difference between AC and DC in technical terms?
So in technical terms, direct current, I actually know this. I do know this.
I had
So-
a feeling you might.
So a direct current it goes from the electrical source to the outlet or whatever device it's powering, and it goes from one source directly. So it's a direct current. The problem with that is any surge or anything that happens from the power source is going to transfer to whatever is receiving the energy, which is why you have blowouts and stuff. Alternating current goes back and forth, so it actually by constantly going back and forth, you don't get the surges that you would in a direct current. And it also, and I don't know the reason for this, but it also makes it easier and cheaper to transfer energy over power lines. But I don't know why.
John,
it
that
is.
So
was
would you say
amazing.
direct current is more dangerous if you're in the bathroom and you're playing catch with a toaster that's plugged in?
I mean, if you're just standing in the bathroom, I think you're fine.
Well, I think it depends. It depends if you have a breaker in your house or not. If you have a breaker,
And if you're currently in the tub.
yeah, right.
This is what I'm saying. If you're
Yeah.
in the bath,
And
Oh,
you
you
don't
said
have
bathroom.
an outer body made of adamantium, so no, actually that would kill you. Still.
of
Yeah.
what?
Ad-
Wait, what is that?
adamantium. That's
Did you make that up?
It's a Marvel metal.
Oh, is that like the Wolverine thing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
might
how
be
he
saying
can.
it wrong.
He heals himself, right?
Well, he didn't his heal. No. His claws are made of that metal, are coated in that metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, is it really?
So what about you, Greg?
Never mind. I don't. want to say
Greg, where do
I'm
you
about
fall?
to say.
Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Bon Scott, obviously.
Bon Scott for sure, but you gotta give Brian Johnson lots of props because he does a really good job, and coming into that gig was not easy.
No. And I mean, he does better than I can do. So
yes, that's true.
Wasn't quite the David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar situation.
What do you like? Do you like Sammy Hagar better?
I mean, I kind of always go with the original.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Van Halen was not that great.
yeah, I mean, I feel like Van Halen sucked with whoever was singing for Van Halen.
Yeah, they weren't. They had some,
People
decent
people
songs.
really liked them. I mean, they made a lot of money, and I had a 1984
They did.
poster on my wall.
Yeah, I loved the song "Jump" when I was a kid.
McDonald's made a lot of money, but it doesn't mean it's cool or good.
You eat at McDonald's like 4 times a week.
I didn't say it was good.
Yeah, but he hates himself. Remember?
I thank you.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that.
Right. I feel seen by you, Greg. I mean, for all of our flaws in our relationship, I definitely think you know who I am and you hate me for who I am. So I do appreciate that.
I actually love you, John, a lot,
I know.
and I like your beard too.
Do you?
Yes.
So Edison, to discredit AC current, engaged in a public relations campaign highlighting the dangers of high voltage AC, even electrocuting animals in public demonstrations to emphasize its potential dangers.
Like the elephant.
Well, right. He electrocuted an elephant with AC. And he also really pushed for the electric chair to use AC current because he wanted people to associate AC current with death.
Do you remember in the Green Mile when that motherfucking guard didn't dip the sponge in water?
I do kind of remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
He was the real asshole, and that's what. And the prisoner that got electrocuted went through like a hellacious amount of pain.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I think that prison guard was Thomas Edison.
So did Thomas Edison like legitimately dislike the AC idea, or was he just pissed because he wanted his idea?
He just wanted
be the
his idea.
forefront?
He was like,
Okay.
I think that's the thing about like Thomas Edison was a businessman, right? Like, I
Mhm.
mean, he was an inventor, but also like, he took other people's inventions, so he was like, and I'm not slamming him. I don't have any skin in this game of Edison and Tesla. I know there's some people who are like very dogmatic about it. I am not. But I think he was far more of a businessman than anything else. Right. So then, so he wanted his DC current to win.
Over Marvel.
Would you say Marvel?
I said over Marvel.
Yeah. Over Wolverine.
Yes. Exactly. So wait, what did I? Oh, right. So despite Edison's efforts, Tesla's AC system eventually triumphed, becoming the standard for electrical power distribution as we know it today. So, and Tesla's inventions, including the AC motor and transformer, demonstrated the practical advantages of AC over DC. And he invented the induction motor, transformer, crucial elements of AC power systems. So, and he created this fucking like a bladeless turbine, which is far more efficient. Apparently on smaller scale things where you need a turbine, larger scale things you want the blades. So if you guys are going to do any turbining,
is it like that English inventor, that Dyson guy or whatever his name is, and he came up with that fan that didn't have a blade in it?
I don't know.
Sounds like the same thing.
Maybe he's using Tesla technology. Maybe. Kevin,
I don't know.
Kevin has nothing.
Those things are very
I don't have
expensive.
anything to add. I don't. There. That's all I've got.
It works.
Do you know Dyson? They have a hairdryer, and that thing is fucking incredible. Like I don't own it but my hairdresser, she has it, and it is so incredible.
It
dries
never
my hair.
loses suction.
Well, no, it
Takes corners really well.
No, it uses fire. It actually uses fire, so it dries your hair so fast.
I have one of those Dyson vacuums, like the handheld, whatever for wooden floors or whatever. The thing kicks fucking ass.
Yeah,
dude.
it is pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Dyson, the choice of history defeats itself. Visit Dyson.com or your local retailer.
Grab yourself a McGriddle and get to vacuuming. That's what we call the
Fuck
double.
you, Kenmore. Kenmore still make vacuums. Did they?
I was
ever?
gonna say, is that where you went with a secondary
I was
vacuum
coming
brand?
up. I'm coming up for another vacuum, and I couldn't do it.
We have the shark. We have a shark.
Fuck you, shark.
Yeah, there you go.
Hoover, right?
Hoover. Oh, yeah,
right.
Hoover. Yeah. Mhm.
Like in Great Britain, they don't even say vacuum; they say Hoover. It's
Yeah,
like
they
our,
do.
It's like our Coke here. So,
Or Band-Aid.
oh man, have you guys seen Narcos?
Which
Have you
one?
Seen that?
I saw the first one, I think. I
So,
finished it.
do you remember that they and I looked
That was
this up.
Escobar, right?
Yeah, but they liquefied. They were trying to they had scientists come in from Finland or something, and they were like liquefying cocaine to transport it or to import it, smuggle it in. But they also one of the things they did just for the shits and giggles of it, they put it back in Coca-Cola. So they would import or they would smuggle in cocaine in Coca-Cola. Isn't
Those
that
sons of
crazy?
bitches. I thought it was somehow going to be related to vacuums, but it's not. And
That would have been full circle. It's a little disappointing.
I mean, I
John.
guess your nose is a vacuum for cocaine if you're an addict. Is that? I don't know.
okay,
You hoovered up that cocaine.
that ties in.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like things to have a pretty little bow on them.
Let's see. Oh, right. Let's see. Also, he did this thing where he invented it was called the Wardenclyffe Tower, and basically what he wanted to do was he
Are we
wanted
talking about Edison or Tesla?
Tesla.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. We just that was like they had like an ongoing thing for years, but they were more like they weren't like mortal enemies or anything. They were just it was like Elon Musk and what's his face who runs Meta. What's that guy?
Zuckerberg?
Yeah, Zuckerberg. Right. So like Edison and Tesla, they were going to have an MMA fight, but then somebody.
I was going to say, did they ever have a cage match?
They were going to, yeah. But that time, they just boxed with their, in their leather shoes and their, I don't know,
And their sleep shirts.
yeah. And they said things like, I said good day.
Here's my calling card. now let's box.
But
You
so Tesla,
Filthy rascal.
he came up with this thing called the
The rapscallion. Sorry.
No, keep going.
I'm done. I'm out of them.
Are you
Old
done?
timey insults? I'll come up with another one.
I said good day.
I'm trying. I can't think of any right now.
God, Kevin's useless today.
I'm totally useless. No, I can't think of an old-timey insult. I kept thinking about the duels, but I don't know.
Sir,
These are
you
the
put
problems
your
we
peanut
have
butter
as
in
a-
my chocolate. my chocolate's in your peanut butter.
Wait, are we having sex?
That's quite a confectionery delight.
My
This is my
senses
favorite.
are aroused.
I think it's time that we undo those bloomers and have a peek under the nightshirt.
Oh my goodness! I saw your ankle and I jizzed my pants.
I have an
I
idea.
can't wait to see the rest of you in about 45 minutes. This could take me a while to get all these layers off.
I have an idea about pronouns and and tops and bottoms.
All right,
It
so
was confusing back then. Is what I'm saying.
it really was. Yeah,
It was hard to know if you're going to fight somebody or fuck somebody.
You walked a fine line back in the day, man.
You're sending me mixed signals.
Have you ever watched the British Parliament when they like fucking fight? I think I've asked this before. It is you have to Google it and watch that shit if you've never seen it. It
Like
is
modern day or old times?
Yes, no, modern day.
Modern day?
Because they're so educated, right? Everybody, they're not like our politicians here. Like they're so educated, and their grammar is so incredible, and they just like they're just so classy about the way they insult each other. It's so fascinating and it's hilarious, actually. Yeah,
And they're wearing
It's
powdered
not like-
wigs.
It's not like Gates and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
no,
No, not the same approach.
no. Oh man. So Tesla. He had this theory about this thing called the Wardenclyffe Tower, which was basically a way to transmit electricity through the air, right? And he started to build it. But the thing about Tesla is he had these like successful inventions, but he also would come up with shit like this because he did believe that electricity should be free, or if not free, at least very affordable to the public. And he believed that like electricity was going to be the thing that saved the world. And so then he invented this thing called the Wardenclyffe Tower, and they actually started to build it. But the idea was that it would, through radio waves, because he was the one. He also figured out radio waves, or he kind of figured out how to capture them. But
And he was the lead singer of Radiohead.
yeah. That's a lot of people don't know that. There's that conspiracy that Morgan Freeman was actually, shit. What is that thing? There's like he was actually who was the there was a rock
Milli
and roll
Vanilli?
guy. No. From like he died.
Tom
at
York.
26 No. He's like he's known for the guitar. Black guy who's like kills on the guitar. Jimmy Hendrix. Yeah. So there's this theory, there's this theory online, or this conspiracy online, where it's like pictures of Jimi Hendrix, and then next to pictures of Morgan Freeman, and it's like Morgan, like he died or he faked his own death and became Morgan Freeman. So
What? I've never heard that one before.
Yeah,
That's
fantastic.
awesome. I love
and
it.
And if you actually look at the picture, like some pictures of Jimi Hendrix and Morgan Freeman, you could be like, oh wow, I could see how that would like they do.
How
look
they got
similar.
there?
Yeah, they do look similar. So.
Interesting.
But why would Jimi Hendrix fake his own death? He was Jimi Hendrix.
to be Morgan Freeman, yeah, it's fine, but
he's like, you know what I want to really do? I want to be the voice of God.
All
I want to be the
along
best
Watchtower.
narrator ever.
Yeah.
All along the Watchtower.
He also explored high frequency and high voltage phenomena, contributed to the development of X-ray radio waves and radar technology, and his personal traits, he's known for eccentricity and reclusive lifestyle. And he actually had this thing where
one of his personality traits was electricity?
No, his eccentricities. Eccentric.
Oh.
And
Eccentricities?
Intricacies?
No. Eccentricism.
Instinctual.
He was eccentric. No.
He was eccentric?
Yeah.
Yes, he can read your thoughts.
He was in sync.
So he had this thing where he believed that in his later life, he believed that he had a connection with pigeons, and there was particularly a white pigeon that visited him in the early 20th century while he was living in New York City, and he believed this pigeon had a special significance. Tesla assigned symbolic meaning to the pigeons and claimed that the white pigeon was a messenger of inspiration and enlightenment. He even said that the bird had come to tell him that he had finished his life's work. And he's like, Tesla, let's go, bro.
So wait, he told him that Tesla finished his life's work, or
Yes,
that the
the pigeon
pigeon
came to
himself had
Tesla
finished
and-
his life's work? Okay.
No, the pigeon came. Yes, no, the pigeon came to Tesla, and Tesla said, "Dude, you're good. You've done it. You've done enough.
You've done it
carrying.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a pigeon. What more can you do? You don't have thumbs."
What is it with people and pigeons? Like, pigeons are disgusting.
Like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike, is he one of those? Is he
He was a big pigeon guy when he was
he's a
younger.
pigeon guy?
Oh, I thought you were implying that Mike Tyson was disgusting. And two things: one, that's not true, and two, Greg, he could beat you up really bad.
Real bad.
He can, but he loved pigeons.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's such a weird thing to me, just because I guess been living in a city. I mean, I don't know how the pigeon population of LA is, but in Chicago, they were just disgusting, shitting everywhere.
There was when Greg and I used to work in the same building, in the same place. There was we had all these pigeons who would come and like shit on all the wood, and they would like get up in the like rafters of these buildings. And anyway, but so this hawk, there was like a hawk that started coming around, and man, that thing was quite gruesome what that hawk would do to those pigeons. Like if those other pigeons were watching, I don't know why they hung around. Like if I saw somebody,
not good learners.
no, if I saw somebody do that to Greg, I'd get the fuck out. I'd be like, hey, like I am whatever we did to make you mad. I'm sorry. I'm out. Can I please take my friend's head and legs away from here because you've destroyed his torso?
John's right. It was pretty
Yeah.
graphic.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like those fucking things would destroy them. So yeah.
That hawk was a sick fuck. You know, think about it.
Let's see. Okay. He even he also claimed to receive some
I
like
think pigeons have like wet naps. Like, how do they clean the blood off all their shit?
wait, why are pigeons getting blood on their shit?
On themselves, like when they're ripping apart animals and they're eating them.
Pigeons?
Or not the pigeons, the hawk.
it's like
The hawk shouldn't it have a wet nap or something?
It just flies through a car wash.
Oh, makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think I've seen that video.
Yeah.
You guys are stupid. Sparrows clean the hawk. Like you guys, it's like you never watched a Disney movie.
I don't remember the Disney handle where a Disney movie where the sparrow presumably licked blood off of a hawk. I don't.
They watch Jesus. What's wrong with you? It's Disney. They just washed him off.
They washed the blood off with like
Yes.
a rag.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like like little buckets, little tiny buckets and sponges.
Little
It was, like a
squeegee.
it was like a car wash, only it was just sparrows.
Yeah. They use like the tops of acorns for helmets for OSHA.
That's a lot better than the racist crows.
Oh my God. So this morning I left Courtney's house and I was driving home and there was a coyote so I was like, got to a stop sign and there was a coyote.
Saying the N-word.
Wait, what?
We were talking about racism.
No, I know. No. But he said crows. He said crows.
I saw the most racist coyote ever.
No. So then there's this. Well, maybe because there was a coyote, and it was like how dogs get in that like track position, right? It was kind of squatted down. With like it was really focused in. And I look, and at the stop sign, I look to the left, and there's a crow, and it's literally like they're having a standoff. And I was just like, I wonder, like, do coyotes eat a lot of crows, or because crows are supposed to be pretty fucking smart and pretty vicious. So like I was wondering, like, I wonder if like the crow was somehow trying to trap the coyote, but I don't know for what purpose. So, to weaponize it, train it, and send it back into the coyotes to kill them.
He was so tired of that coyote fucking with him. He's like, I'm standing up to this bully once and for all.
Did you?
My dad's
not
gonna be
stick-
so proud.
Did you not stick around to find out what happened?
No, I had to get going. I had shit I had to do. I had to
Where
get
did you have to go?
it's the end of the year,
I'm
baby.
just kidding.
End of the year.
How
You
could
didn't
you
go
not
in-
have time to see this?
I
You
know.
didn't have to go anywhere. You had to leave Courtney's house.
I did. Whoa. No, that's not true. Oh, did I say we put together a puzzle for Christmas? That's what
Oh
we
my
did.
You
God.
told me that. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
fascinating.
boring as fuck.
I mean, what did you do? Get drunk again?
Which I was gonna say which day, but either any day.
Well, Christmas Day is the one we're talking about in particular.
Oh, Christmas Day?
yeah.
What was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was.
Dude, I was up. Sheena and I were up till 1 a.m. putting together this play kitchen thing on Christmas Eve. So yesterday I was pretty tired.
Was he stoked?
Oh, he loved it. He
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. It was fun.
Were there any Dyson products in his kitchen?
No, but Sheena and I joked, we're like, this is nicer than ours. It was a nice one. It's like wood. It's
You guys should have Mattel come in and remodel your kitchen.
hey, listen, if they could do it like that, there's like a backsplash and everything. It's very nice.
Let's see. Oh wait, where did pigeons? Right. Okay, so we talked about that. So some other things. So Tesla invented the Tesla coil, and that was basically that has to do with transformer circuit. So it's a coil that basically again allows you to have power in your house.
Oh, nice.
So, then
Was it solar panel based?
No, it wasn't.
It's very
Name.
he was definitely in on the power situation. He
Yeah.
liked the power situation.
He did. Yeah, that was his
Mhm.
whole thing. There's like a yeah, and then there's like weird little, and there's like all this like folklore around him. Tesla.
Dude, you're the one who's presenting.
You should know.
I mean, there was that I had that a couple weeks ago. There was some stuff. I didn't
In
put.
John's defense, we were gonna have an episode, ended up canceling it and taking a break, and then he lost his notes about 30 minutes ago. So
His dog ate his notes.
his dog ate his homework.
Nope. I just didn't fucking hit save, man.
That's why you got to do Google Docs, man. It saves it automatically.
That's because it's a very new concept. It used to be you never used to have to hit save, but just recently I think they came out with that, right?
That you have to hit save.
Well, yeah, for me,
Existed
being that I
before
used to
this
type
project.
things up until 6 months ago, you didn't have to fucking type paper, Greg. So joke's on you. I know you're trying to be mean.
You
But I
typed
come
your episode on like a typewriter.
I did, and I would read out loud as I typed. My God, look at this. This is it.
Greg, you
Mod.
still write yours down, don't you?
Not by hand.
Oh, okay.
But you always have notes. You always hold
But you
up your
print them
notes.
out at least.
I print them out because it's the way I present the topic. I have to, when I was only using one screen, I didn't want it on my screen. I wanted to be able to see you guys.
Naturally.
Yeah. So now I use 2 screens. So I
2 screen really is the key. You know, Kevin
It
has
is
like
key.
7 screens.
I have 3 screens.
There you go.
that's 7.
Greg, did you do both screens in the pooper, or did you just doing one?
Well, I got to knock down some walls. Make room.
Please do.
I will. Get my hard hat on.
So, X-ray technology. Tesla's research on X-rays and their production contributed to the development of X-ray technology used in medical imaging and various scientific applications.
Imaging or imagining?
That's let's go with the one you said,
Okay.
not what I said.
He said them both.
Did I? Man,
Listen,
You're
listen.
good. It makes sense.
Yeah, it
Our-
totally
our
makes
listeners
sense.
aren't smart anyway.
No,
It's fine.
no,
No, they're not.
no. If they were, they would be smart enough to listen to a better podcast.
whoa. We
There's no
teach-
better podcast.
we teach things and learn stuff.
Listen, I was joking. We're the best podcast out there.
That's
And our listeners are the best
Fuck you,
listeners
Rogan.
out there. Yeah. He's a real fucking asshole lately.
And Huberman Lab.
Is that a new thing, Greg?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
but
sure
he's
he's been
been-
an asshole the whole time.
He's been extra asshole-y lately.
Do you listen to him?
No. I just fucking always see him on social media putting his fucking big ass foot in his bald mouth.
Yeah, he does that often.
I don't think his mouth is bald.
Yes, it is, John. He shaves it.
I mean, I guess, is your mouth bald?
No. I got a hairy mouth.
Do you have balls in your mouth?
I got mouth pubes. Go ahead, Kevin. Kevin's raising
I
his
didn't
hand.
mean to do that. That was an accident. I hit the I have something to say button. No, Joe Rogan, every single day when I look at this podcast newsletter, is number 1 on Spotify. So he's doing something right.
Have you ever listened to his podcast, or you did both?
I
just
tried
judge him
one-
From,
I tried one time. I listened to one where Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age was on there, and it was really boring. And I really like Queens of the Stone Age, and it was just so boring. They were just like, they were just shooting the shit, and aren't they like 4 hours long too? I didn't.
I think they're like 3 to 4 hours.
I listened to like probably half an hour, 40 minutes of it, and I was just like, man, this isn't for me. But I've never actually heard live any of his weirdo controversial stuff that he's done.
I haven't either. I mean, I've listened to it, but yeah, but like I usually I'll pick somebody that I like, and then I'll listen to it. Like I don't listen to like when it comes to those types of podcasts, I don't listen to like a podcast. I'm just like, oh, like Brian Cox is like a
You like
science
the
guy.
guest, is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
and then I'm like, I like that guy, so then I'm gonna listen to that episode. Yeah,
Sure.
he's fine. Like he's a pretty good interview actually.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's doing something right,
Yeah.
but
So
he's also seems like kind of a prick.
he seems that way. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe he's the nicest guy in the world. I really don't know.
No, he's not.
Who
no.
would you say is the nicest guy in the world?
My
Who is the
brother.
nicest guy in the world.
Your brother
Who?
is pretty nice, Greg.
Your
My
brother
brother's
does
nice.
seem very
he
nice.
is incredibly nice.
Yeah.
And he's like a really good person. He does like really good things for the world. He's like
he's a nice
emotionally
guy.
healthy.
All right, we're gonna go with Greg's
Darren.
brother,
All right.
Darren. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Gary's
You know
Gary's
what?
the nicest guy in the world.
There is no reason to go on if that is what we've decided. That is, I feel like that's last call.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
no, I'm kidding.
We
Oh, no.
arrived.
So he also did fluorescent lighting, or I guess as I would
My
say,
brother?
Sharon did fluorescent. That is,
It's not super handy.
yeah. I mean, but when it came to some sort of powder coating that made a fluorescent light, he knew what he was doing. So
Okay.
go Darren.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. Here's some other things that Darren's done.
Let's hear it.
The remote control. Tesla patented a remote control device, an early
He
concept. that
doesn't
paved-
even watch TV.
Yeah, that's how we watch TV without having to get up. So it's what's
Wait,
given us.
what's the remote control that Tesla invented?
It's an early concept that paved the way for the development of remote control technology used in numerous devices today. So not
Did
just
he
television.
come up with the one that had the Netflix button on it?
I hate the ones with the buttons on them. I'm always accidentally hitting them. I'm like, fuck.
Look, I got to
Right,
log
so
into
I
Netflix
think the way you want to think of it is Tesla came up with like he carved out a wooden wheel, and then later somebody was like, "Oh, we can make this thing out of rubber," right? So it's like he didn't make that TV remote, but he did.
Hey, John. We know.
I don't do you because sometimes you're stupid.
Yeah, we knew he didn't
Are
make
they
the
made of
Netflix.
rubber?
Tires?
I thought you said the remotes.
No.
What are we talking about?
He was doing
made
a tire analogy. Jesus
He
Christ,
invented
Kevin.
tires too?
No,
God damn it.
he invented wood.
No wonder you like him so much.
Kevin's so fucking stupid.
So here's an interesting question. Do you guys think cable television would exist without the remote control?
I mean, 100, 200 channels now.
Right?
Getting
It
up
wouldn't.
every time. No.
Well, I it had to come along eventually.
It was
Well,
going to, yeah.
But
for
but
sure.
I mean, it would have
It's
like
like
it would
pornography. It's
come up-
you remember when porn when you would watch girl on girl porn and they weren't rimming each other, and now it's like everywhere. It was gonna happen eventually.
that's your analogy?
so. It just
Speaking of Tesla.
yeah, I want to be clear. Tesla is the rimming of porn. Is that what I?
No.
Yes.
He's the rimming of remotes.
But no, I mean, I think it would have come along, but I don't think it would have been successful. Like somebody would have tried it, but then they'd be like, "Well, people aren't getting up to watch fucking 200." Like people.
John, which way do you want us to say it?
I don't know.
Why don't
just
you
having
tell us how our
it's
opinion
just
should be now?
I mean, yes.
A
Okay,
remote
but-
would have come along no matter what, in my opinion.
I agree with John, and you know what? Maybe it would have taken longer for it to work.
Yeah.
But
And
maybe
I
it
also
would have
agree
been better.
with Greg. It did take a little bit of time before rimming became the norm in pornography.
but now it is.
It's every
Everywhere.
single one.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have a scene without rimming.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It's even in Starbucks commercials now. And you're like, I just
Yes.
want
I
coffee.
saw it in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
I just want to know how many ounces are in a venti.
Timmy, your dad saved Christmas. Now I'm gonna go rim him in the bathroom.
But who are you? You're not even my mom.
You. This episode's making me sick.
That was your analogy.
I know it was. You guys took it too far.
We took it too far with the Hallmark reference.
Apologize.
Rimmin' dad for Christmas.
Better a Hallmark reference than a Holocaust reference.
True.
Oh,
True.
That's true.
Let me tell
No. Robotics and automation.
you. Robotic rim jobs.
Robotics and automation.
Man, you better seriously trust technology.
I know.
So we're glossing over a lot of things because of our rim job jokes, but so no, seriously though,
as we are wont to do.
as we typically will. But he was like a pioneer in robotics too. For real? I didn't know that. Yeah.
the
I saw a documentary about him a long time ago, but I don't remember it.
Was it that movie with Will Smith?
Will Smith did a Tesla movie?
iRobot?
Oh, no. It was
that
actually a PBS American whatever documentary. It was very fascinating.
My favorite part about iRobot was the fact that Will Smith was the only one that thought something could go sideways with all these fucking evolving
I
robots.
never saw iRobot because I
What
don't
about-
really
I
like
mean,
Will Smith.
Yeah,
If you're
but
gonna
no reason
do-
to like him.
Will Smith.
I don't think he's a very good actor.
Will
Even
Smith?
before the whole slapping thing, like I just never really thought he was a very good
Right, he's
actor.
always
Well, that
Will
didn't
Smith.
make him a better actor, that's for sure.
That's true.
Sorry,
You don't
John.
know. He's not allowed to win awards for acting.
Don't let
Maybe-
John talk.
maybe Will Smith really tapped in that slap. He had tapped into something emotionally there, and now he's a much better actor. But I won't know because I won't go see him. No,
I mean, it
agree.
couldn't. It couldn't have hurt.
No,
Well, it hurt Chris Rock, but it didn't. It couldn't have hurt anything else.
that's true.
That was weird, man. And their relationship, Jada Pinkett, and it's everywhere. It's in your face, and they're just stop it.
And they're
No one
like,
gives
are
a
they
fuck.
still polyamorous too? Aren't they
Can't-
polyamorous?
Fuck them. I'm so sick of their shit. Attention-seeking behavior.
Oh, we struck a nerve here, John. Let's move on.
No, let's drill down. Let's find out. What does Greg think about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett?
Nobody gives a fuck about
I agree.
them.
I don't
No,
give a
I-
shit about so many things. Like how I don't understand how TMZ is a thing because who the fuck cares? I mean, people
People
obviously
do though,
I know,
man.
they really
People
do.
love the celebrity gossip shit. There's YouTube channels that have lots and lots and lots of views, a lot more than us.
Like
Yeah.
I said earlier in the show, if it's not happening in this bathroom, I don't really give a fuck.
All right.
That's not true. I care about things.
But you do a lot of stuff in there.
That's where I do my best thinking.
Yeah, and you're jerking off.
Whoa. You don't know where I jerk off. Unless I'm FaceTiming you. Then you
Well,
have a
I
pretty
mean-
good idea.
I'm just assuming I'm
I always-
assuming you're not leaving there anytime soon. I guess is what I'm assuming.
Every time we FaceTime, I put on a tropical background, so I thought you thought I was in the jungle. I don't know why you're assuming I was in the bathroom. I was actually on my bed because it's comfortable.
I can only get off if there's a tree with coconuts.
It's a childhood thing. I don't want to talk about it. So, robotics and automation. Tesla's ideas and inventions, including remote-controlled devices, contributed conceptually to the development of robotics and automation technologies. So, again, I feel like Tesla was the guy, like, in every steampunk movies, like, speaking of Will Smith, like Wild Wild West, like in those movies when they had those steampunk robots. I feel like that's what Tesla would have, like, if he would have lived. I feel like that's where our society would be, a steampunk society,
If you would have lived to be like how
like an
old?
immortal, like a vampire,
Like forever. Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Like,
Then he could have lived long enough to actually make the remote control with the Netflix button on it.
yeah, I could have.
Son of a bitch.
I wonder what his thinking would have been about Bitcoin.
You think it would have been like a Bitcoin bro? Like, no, you just don't understand it, man. It's all about the blockchain. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not money.
Doesn't
It's a
make sense.
pyramid
There's miners.
scheme. And they're like, no, but it's just like there's all these people who commit to the pyramid scheme, so it's not a pyramid scheme. Got it.
I've been alive hundreds of years, and this is the voice I decided to evolve to. Tesla out.
Tesla's vision of wireless communication and energy transmission has parallels in modern technology such as wireless telecommunications, Wi-Fi, and mobile charging technology.
Did he
So
create the
basically-
Jetsons?
Do what?
Did he create the Jetsons?
He did not. He did not.
It is interesting though, like that he was pretty forward thinking. I mean, he thought of a lot. He had ideas for things that really haven't been, I don't know, really in the forefront till recently.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
but I mean,
Netflix
when you were a kid, didn't you think about flying cars and
Yeah, but I mean the robotics thing. I don't know. It seemed like he had thoughts that were pretty ahead of its time.
Oh, I thought it was just the robotic dance.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
pioneered the robot.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got no Mr. Roboto.
Wayne Gretzky, Tesla, Michael Scott.
So then, do you think? So the reason. So okay. So now here's how I'm going to tie it all together.
Here we go.
Here we go. This is let me stretch it out. So
Oh, he's
I better get
lumbering
another
up.
beer for this.
because okay, so Tesla. So do you think that? First of all, like you're talking, so Tesla. I think Tesla's like once in a generation kind of person, right? So it's like, there's so many people on the planet. Most people aren't going to do anything that's going to change the course of human history, but some people do, right? And I think Tesla's one of those. And then you have
He's like Connor McDavid.
yes, exactly.
He's a generational NHL player. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yes. But do you think
Bedard's going to be better.
who's going to be better?
Bedard.
I mean, it'd be nice to see, but he's gonna have to do a lot of things right.
I feel like you guys are just making up names.
We aren't.
But how would I know? Like, you literally could
making
be
them up.
doing that. How would I know? Because you're both liars.
So what are you saying, John?
So
I think
okay,
it'd be
well,
so much better if you were wrapping up this episode with like a cork board and a bunch of push pins and some
And
red
like lines.
red string going, so you're connecting all the dots.
I'll work on that for the next episode. So do you
See what
guys
you
think
do.
Elon Musk is our generation's Tesla?
No.
And why not?
I don't. I mean,
Because he stood on the shoulders of giants.
But kind of everybody stands on the show, right? I mean,
I
like,
know. I just felt like saying that.
that was good though. I liked that. I don't know that like
He says that
Elon
about
is
everything.
quite the
I said that about Taco
innovator.
Bell.
Yeah, he's like, they're like, sir, what would you like, a Kenmore refrigerator or a, or I don't,
Or a
some other-
Dyson.
thank you, or a Dyson. And he's like, they all stood on the shoulders of giants, and he just walks away.
It always applies.
No, I think just
How do
I
you
just
think we
don't-
got here, man?
I just don't think that Elon is the visionary that a guy like Tesla was. I think Elon is, despite all of his questionable personality traits, the invention side of things, I mean, he doesn't do as much on his own, doesn't he? Take credit for a lot of stuff that he didn't really pioneer.
Well, I think
I thought he did the car pretty much on his own.
no, he kind
I
of
don't think so.
yeah, he didn't do that. But I will say I think he's like Edison in that way.
one,
I
Greg.
think he's way more like Edison than like a Tesla.
I keep thinking anytime I've ever had I've had one deep debate about Elon Musk with somebody, and she will remain nameless, but she sometimes listens to the show, so she'll know who she is. But she kept focusing on Neuralink.
She probably does know who she is.
Is it Janine?
That's true. But she focused a lot on Neuralink about the stuff that he's doing with brain science, and I get it. Like, but at the same time, what I'm just if he's the guy leading the charge, don't you want the person leading the charge to also have good intentions and be a good person? And I just don't think Elon's a very good person.
But do you think that equates being a good person? Do you think that equates with doing something good for society?
I think it helps with your intentions.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think that if you're really super smart, but you're kind of a piece of shit, I don't think that's good. That's how like, you know, you love your Marvel movies. Magneto's very smart, not a great person.
Well, if you knew his whole story, he was a good person at one time, but everybody gets things happen and they change. So how dare you bring him into this? He was in Nazi Auschwitz, buddy.
Was he really?
Yeah. That's part of his backstory, at least in the movies.
Oh, I don't remember that from the comic, but I didn't start the comic from the beginning, and I was very young. But I guess that's my point. Is that I just don't think that just being innovative isn't necessarily, or just being someone who is, you know, is he's obviously smart and he's got ideas, but the problem is he's also got all these biases and these questionable ethics and strange outlooks on
You never
certain
really
things
know
like
what
free
his
speech.
Yeah, you never know what his angle is.
Well, his angle always seems to be kind of Elon to me. And, you know, like he's kind of, you know, he wants to be able to say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants. And he made sure that his platform he bought Twitter and then let all these people back on because he wanted to say what he wants, and he hides it in free speech. And I don't know. I'm not a very big fan.
And Twitter is a cesspool now.
Yes. Okay. So we're digressing. So my question is, you guys don't like Elon Musk. Got it. But do you think so? Not him personally, right? But like, do you? In other words, do you think that because Tesla did things that changed the course of humanity, and whether that was through creativity, and you know, and Tesla wasn't the only guy. Edison did.
Sure.
Carnegie did. The Rockefeller, like he's the guy who
Ford was a cocksucker.
I was going to say Ford, but he was kind of a dick too.
But Ford did too, right? Like, you know, and they took, and it wasn't necessarily taken like Ford didn't have any new ideas in a car. Like his idea was in how to manufacture, right?
Was to mass produce it. Yeah.
You know, but in other words, and like they
like
were,
to your point about the businessman aspect.
right. And so not for the argument that they were good people. But do you think that? So when I say, do you think Elon Musk is our Tesla or Edison, or pick any person? You know, do you think what he's doing now is going to like change the course of our future? Which I think it will. Like I'm kind of with you. I'm not a fan of Elon, but I definitely think like the companies he has is going to change the future.
Yes, I agree, but I think that someone who would be more influential in that way will be Sam Altman, the OpenAI ChatGPT guy, because I think that where they want to take things, they're moving so fast, and it could go either way. He's moving awfully fast, but the technology that they're developing is so advanced. It's you could, you know, some people might say it's more advanced than what Elon's doing, but it's different. You know, like Elon started his own AI efforts, but it's very new. So that's my personal opinion, is that Sam Altman would be more that person, or the other guy. There's another guy, I can't remember his name. He's less the face, but maybe he's more the tech guy. I'm not sure. But
is it Greg Mitchell?
Is it me?
Greg, you're an AI genius.
What do you think, Greg?
Fuck yeah. About Musk in particular.
Well, right. Well, I mean,
I think he is going to have a lasting impact on our society in the future. I mean, he's made changes already that and he's so fucking rich, he's going to have an impact on the direction
That
we
is
go.
true.
And he does control an entire social media company.
Right. And
So
so
For
that's
how
my
long
next.
though? I mean, you got to imagine that's not going to be a social media company for much longer.
Yeah, but he's already kind of made his impact.
Yeah.
And you know, he's continuing to do shit. And I think by default, some of his companies are benefiting humanity. But yeah, these fucking guys, man. Look at Bill Gates. You know, he's devoted his entire fucking life now to his charity
To philanthropy,
organization,
yeah.
to philanthropy. Yeah, and it's like, okay, is that going to end up being a good thing? I hope so. He wants to get drinking water and food access to the entire world, and you know,
And there were
it's
people that
just-
said he was a
there's-
piece of shit at one time.
That's
you know,
Well,
right.
and there's
And
people who
there's-
still do. There's still like all these like he'll do things, and people like there's whole conspiracies around him being like this puppet master, and it's like he's part of the
I
World
think-
Health Organization.
Wasn't he part of the
wants-
vaccine? He was like the,
Well, yeah,
the
and he
leader
wants
of the
to basically
vaccine.
he's
and-
like trying to put chips in you, and there's like crazy fucking stuff around it. When
I think
he's
no matter
just-
who you are, if you have a huge following and you're that influential, people,
Yeah,
there's
people
be
are
a
gonna have-
certain
yeah.
segment they're going to hate you.
Right. Especially
And
it seems like when you're a business / tech mogul. I feel like you're
Yeah.
kind
But-
of
but I don't think it's a
Steve
small-
Jobs or
I don't think it's a small segment of the world. I think it's a much larger section of the world now who believe that kind of stuff than did 10 years ago.
Mhm.
I do. But anyway, so I guess my question is, so then the other question is, so all those guys, right? So good and bad, like you like them, you don't like them. You think they're philanthropists, not philanthropists. Do you think that it is worth what we get from them in exchange for the loss of control of our societies? Because if you create something that's that big and you get so wealthy, like you guys are saying, you have this influence now that you didn't have before.
That'll be for history to decide. I don't think we can kind of see where, like Kevin said, the AI is moving so fucking fast that we're not going to know. It's going to end up being the fucking end of all of us anyway.
Right.
So I think it's probably on the face of it, it's bad. Everybody fucking seems to agree that AI eventually will be bad. I just want to have sex with a robot, man. It's not crazy.
I don't
I'm
even-
not
you know what?
asking.
I don't even want to have sex with a robot. I just want to rim a robot.
That's right. Without getting
That's what we
electrocuted.
call a callback, everybody. I think that one thing you brought up the Bitcoin thing, John, and I think it's interesting because the whole idea of the blockchain, even it's very confusing and we don't need to go off on a tangent, but it is about decentralization. It is about having more personal control over things and not having to be reliant on a central bank or a government or whatever the Elon Musks or Sam Altons of the world bring upon us. I mean, obviously there's certain things that you can't control, like if robots become sentient and murder us all, like we can't really control that.
That's happening for sure.
What if What if
it's a done deal.
It's already
What if-
already in the
what if-
tea leaves, man.
what if
It's
they get,
already happening.
what if they
Yes.
get sentient and just dox us on social media? Like that's all they do. They just go on social media and they're just total assholes.
Yeah, they're just trolls.
Yeah, that's what AI is.
What if they become sentient and they're just really helpful and they're just like, hey, I got that, man. I'll clean up that dog poop. You go inside and watch football.
I'm a machine. You, sir, are a human. You have a conscience. I am just here to do your bidding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think but it's, if we go in that more direction of decentralization, I do think that we have some checks and balances against what you're talking about, John, as far as the power that we give people. It's because that's kind of what you're saying, like the power that they get from.
Well, yeah, I'm going to sum up my thing in the last call, but
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, I think it's like you can go broader and broader and broader, right? Like it's, in other words, you can really start dissecting this whole thing, and that there's 1,000 ways you can go. But I guess like to just simplify it, right? So we cannot predict what these things are going to have for the future, right? But then we know, right? We know that Rockefeller was a bastard, but he also was the one who figured out how to get oil from one place to another in a very fast way, which jumped, which is able to give us these things like cars and lights in our house and running water and all these things, right? Because it all
Wasn't
runs on
that
energy.
like the plot of There Will Be Blood?
Yeah, but so that's what I'm saying, right?
John
It's
gets a lot of people confused with
with Daniel Day-Lewis.
H.W. Plainville or whatever his name was.
That's right.
but so it's like, so we know that he's a bastard, and we know that that all of that energy is going to have a negative impact, right? So like we're heating up our world, but also our lives are also simultaneously very amazing. So
Right.
I don't know that I would trade the Industrial Revolution for still living in caves or using carriages. And
But
stuff.
at the time, people were scared of it, and I think it's kind of the same thing with what we talked about it in the monsters episode that I did about how like we always have a fear, and fear.
Yeah.
Our fear now is AI. Our fear right now is technology taking over, and it's just because of what is happening around us. It could end up being that when we're long gone, that people are talking about the AI revolution as like a turning point for in a positive way. We don't know.
Yeah. But I think as human beings, we're very good at imagining the absolute worst. So,
We'd love to
Yeah.
go that. We
Yeah,
totally go there
Yeah.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's how I know that we don't end up in that horrible scenario situation, because a T-1000 has not come back in time to kill me, and we all know that I'm the John Connor of our generation. So,
Yes.
Greg, you're laughing. Why are you?
Yes.
I don't think so, John. I don't see you just because you share a first name. I don't think that you're the guy. I just don't think you're the
You know
guy.
what? I'm going to legally change my name to John Connor just in case.
I don't know what does that prove exactly.
Nothing.
Shut up, Kevin. That's what it proves. All right, last
I have
call.
nothing for that.
Raise a glass and hold it up to the light, because if it wasn't for Tesla, the current coming into your house would be all cattywampus, and your light bulbs as well as your computers would explode. So what does Tesla have to do with history defeating itself? Let's face it, most of us aren't going to make much of a dent in the world as far as creating something that advances humanity. These people are once in a generation, and we need them. But at what cost do they come? I don't know. But that's probably how we're defeating ourselves. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, John. Thank you, Greg.
Hey,
It's nice to be back with you guys.
Happy New Year, and to all of our listeners, Happy January 7th.
Second. It comes out on the second. I
Happy
think.
January 2nd.
No, the third. I think it's the third.
Happy January 3rd, recording it live.
Happy New Year's.
Year.
Yeah.